happens at the association or comparison phase. Okay, so is it A, lesson is linked to daily life? B, learners are compared on how or where they are in, saan 22, where they are in terms of learning. C, learners compare themselves to set standards of success. Or letter D, teacher asks questions on comparison. Okay, so you have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, association or comparison phase. Okay, we discussed it earlier sa katong 6 steps of lesson planning. Okay, so what's your answer? Okay, that would be lesson is linked to daily life, no? Okay, so lesson is linked to daily life because of the association. Yes, letter A, correct. Yes, kaya ang association or comparison stage, it allows the learners, no, to make associations, no, or comparison, leading to generalization. Okay, so that's it. As I've explained earlier, kaganina. Okay, so number 23. Okay, in which phase of the lesson or phases of the lesson would a teacher uh, uh, would a teacher know if the student really learned what was intended for him to learn? Sorry for the typo. So, would a teacher know, na siya, would a teacher know if the student really learned what was intended for him to learn? So, is it A, comparison and association? B, generalization and application? C, association and generalization? D, application and evaluation? Okay, so you have 5 minutes, 5 seconds to answer. Okay, as I've explained kaganina, no? Okay, so what's your answer? Sa may tubag. Okay, so that is sa ganito. What was intended for him to learn? So that is application and evaluation. Letter D, no? So those are the stages of the or the steps of the lesson planning wherein you're able to test out your learner kung nakasabot ba gyud siya or was he able to grasp the content. Okay, someone is chatting. Okay. Okay, so you can also chat. Okay. Okay, so please chat your answers if you cannot voice out, no? Your answers. All right, so let's have number 24. Okay, so in a backward design approach to curriculum and lesson planning, which comes ahead? Okay, A, identifying results desired. B, determining acceptable level of evidence that the intended results were realized. C, designing activities that will make desired results happen. D, clarifying content. Okay, so backward design approach to curriculum. Okay, what's your take on this? Okay, so what's your answer? Nana ba answer? Okay, so say tubag. Number 24, it's identifying, no? Okay, so it's letter A, no? 24 is letter A. It identifying results, no? Desired. Okay, so in a backward design approach, no? So as what I've mentioned earlier sa UBD, no, na siya tulo ka stages, no? So first is, okay, so you can still remember, no? Ang first is identifying the desired results. Ang ikaduha, so unsa man to, it's determine the acceptable evidence. And the third one is the planning, no? Planning of learning experiences and instruction. Okay, so that's the backward design approach to curriculum. Okay, number 25. Okay, so which of the following statements gives the real value of lesson planning? Okay, so 1, it helps the teacher to be orderly. 2, it helps the teacher to recall the subject matter previously taken. 3, it helps the teacher organize his activities. Okay, is it A, 2 only, B, 2 and 3, C, 1 only, D, 1, 2 and 3? Okay, sa may tubag ninyo. Okay, 25. It's, okay, letter, okay, correct. That's letter D. Okay, so number 25 is letter D. Okay, that's 1, 2, and 3. Correct. Okay, number 26. Okay, which approach to curriculum design is utilized when children are allowed to do activities that they like most during their vacant period? Okay, A, child-centered approach. B, subject-centered approach. C, problem-centered approach. D, integrative approach. Okay, so yun na kaayo, no? Oh, what's your answer? You can chat. Okay, 26. Okay, so answer would be letter, okay, letter A, child-centered, no? Kay children man ang naa sa kuan. Okay, so 26 is letter A. It's the holistic development of the child, which is considered, no, when we say child-centered approach. Subject-centered, unsa man na siya? Oh, subject, the content, no? Unsay sud sa subject. Problem-centered, the life situations, no? The integrative approach, o himo-himo ra ni siya nako integrative approach. Okay, so next one, we have number 27. Okay, so school means survival of the fittest, no? Which approach to curriculum design is used in the tenet? Okay, A, child-centered approach, B, subject-centered approach, C, problem-centered approach, D, integrative approach. Okay, what's your take on this? What's your answer? Okay, so your clue here is, okay, survival of the fittest, no? So the answer to this is letter C, the problem-centered approach. Okay. Okay, the problem-centered that revolves among the common, no? Common problems, no? So that's why we need to solve our daily problems in order to survive. So that's why mo na siya ang tenet nga survival of the fittest. Okay, ara mo sud ang problem-centered approach. Okay? Next, we have 28. Which approach to curriculum design is used when the teacher focuses on all children that gets perfect in the test? Oh, dara. Dara ang clue, no? So letter A, child-centered approach. B, subject-centered approach. C, problem-centered approach. D, integrative approach. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, there are answers.
Letter
Okay,
B.
correct. So letter B. So that is subject-centered approach. Okay, so that's the clue, no? Gets perfect, no, in the test. So it's all about the content, no? So it's letter B, subject-centered approach. Okay, number 29. Miss Mateo, a history teacher, considers the element of time in arranging content of her lessons in world history. What way of establishing sequence is given emphasis by Miss Mateo? A, simple to complex. B, part to whole. C, concrete to abstract. D, chronological. Okay, what's your answer? Okay. Okay, 29. Uy, nalagi mangutana, di? Oh, uy, mangutana. Kinala na inyong tubag-tubag, yun. Okay, so the answer is letter D, chronological, no? Okay, world history, no? Arranging of content through making use of time elements, no? So that is chronological. Okay. All right, correct. Okay, 29 is letter D, chronological. Okay, number 30. What does constructive alignment mean in outcomes-based lesson planning? Okay, letter A. The learning outcomes are the basis of teaching, learning activities, and assessment tasks. B. The content is the basis for the assessment tasks. C. The content is the basis for teaching, methodology, and assessment tasks. D. The assessment task is the basis of teaching methodology. Okay, so what's your answer? Okay. So constructive alignment. Okay, number 30, the answer is letter A, correct. Okay. Constructive alignment, the learning outcomes are the basis, no? For teaching, activities, and assessment task. It's not the content. Kaya ang content, it's, kuan man siya, subject-based, no? Okay. So, let's have number 31. Okay. To construct models that will represent the molecules of sugar. This phrase refers to blank curriculum. Okay. A, achieve. B, implemented. C, intended. D, external. Okay. What's your answer? Okay. So, that's na-ay clue, no? To construct models. So, what will the learners do? Sa may buhaton nila. So, they will construct models. So, those are the indicators, no? Na makuha din niya ang lesson. If he or she is able to construct models. So, that's why that's the achieved curriculum. Okay, letter A, 31. Okay? Ano, sorry, that's intended. No, that's intended. They uh they are able to know is uh what is the measure of success, no? So that's intended. Okay. To construct models. Ang achieved is unsa tong achieve katong nakuha niya ang 80%, no? The 80% of the class were able to get perfect scores in the test. And ang implemented curriculum, that's how you make tayada of your lesson. So that's how you make use of the learning activities. Okay? So this one, to construct models, that's intended. Okay, curriculum. All right, so number 32, no? 32. The children are going to a science laboratory for an experiment. This is the phrase that refers to the blank curriculum. Okay, A, achieved. B, implemented. C, intended. D, external. Okay, what's your answer on this?
Phrase that refers to the intended.
Okay.
Intended.
Yes. Okay, so 32 is yes, correct. That's letter B, implemented, no? So, 'di ba? Oh, ang achieve, no? It talks about how many percent of the learners are implemented, how or what kinds of activities were offered to the learners. Nya ang intended is what are the learning measurements, no? Are indicators that they know that the children already know or the children already grasp the lesson. Okay, and the next one, 33. The scores in the test show that majority of the students got 80% correct answers. This is the blank curriculum. A, achieve. B, implemented. C, intended. D, external. All right, so, okay, yes. So that's Okay, achieved curriculum. Correct. Okay, pila na inyong points diha? Daghan na? Daghan ng correct or daghan ng wrong? Okay, so
only.
okay, next we have number 34. What do you call the curriculum when the teacher puts into action all the different planned activities in the classroom? A, recommended curriculum. B, written curriculum. C, taught curriculum. D, supported curriculum. Okay, what's your answer?
Baby.
Okay, so letter C, that's taught curriculum. Okay, so when you put into action, unsa may mga activities nimo, no? So that's all about taught curriculum. Okay. Okay, number 35. Which condition most likely could help in a fast and smooth implementation of the K-12 curriculum in schools of the Philippines? A, decrease the driving forces. B, increase the driving forces. C, decrease the restraining forces. D, increase the restraining forces. Okay, what is your take on this? Okay. Okay, you answer D.
Letter C, ma'am. Oh. Letter C, ma'am.
Okay, so the answer is letter C, no? Decrease the restraining forces. Okay. Okay, so what do we mean by driving forces, no, sa K-12? So we have tailor-fitting tracks, no? We have preparedness, so maka-prepare siya, no, for tertiary learning. So learners or graduates, okay, graduates of the K-12 are ready to join the workforce, no? But the restraining forces include, excuse me. Okay, so the restraining forces include okay. Okay, the restraining forces of the K-12 include that it's just too focused on one area, no? And there is an urgent shift in the environment. And the high school graduates are sometimes younger than 18 years old. And basically, they lack the basic requirements or the competencies and the maturity. And sometimes, moreklamo ang mga parents that there is a high cost of education. And especially, there are also lack of budget from the schools. And there is a lack in the classroom, school supplies, and the teachers and the learners are sometimes forced to choose a strand. And there are dropout rates that are increased also. So those are the restraining forces. So mo na siya mabitad sa K-12. So in order to help the fast and smooth implementation of the K-12, so we decrease the restraining forces by providing the solutions to those restraining forces. Okay, so let's have number 36. Okay, so which of the following will best take care of individual differences in a classroom? Okay, A, a sound acceleration and promotional policy. B, a flexible program geared to individual needs. C, an instructional program geared to the level of the lowest of the class, quarter of the class. D, a well-prepared classroom for the students. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, so individual differences, no? Talks about, okay, letter D.
Letter D, ma'am.
Okay, so the answer is individual needs, no? Individual differences. There is a flexible program. Okay? So the answer there is letter B. Go. Individual differences. Because when we say a well-prepared classroom for the students, we just saying it's just for all the students, no? Whether they have individual differences or they have the same learning capacities, no? So wala siya individualization. So that's why we need to have a flexible program geared to individual needs of the learners. Okay, so number 37. Okay, the following are non-test monitoring and assessment strategies except blank. A, portfolio of students' work. B, games. C, debates. D, essay. Okay, so what's your answer? Non-test monitoring. Okay. Oh, it means non-test monitoring. It's about these are friendly friendly means of the teacher to be able to know if the learners were able to get the competency or to learn the lesson. In a way na mag-observe lang si teacher tapos hindi ma-anxiety si learner. Okay, so which of the following would cause an anxiety? Okay, so that's letter D. Okay, so letter D, essay, is a test monitoring, no? So except man. Ang portfolio, debates, games, so those are friendly, no? Those are interactive ways on how the teacher can tell the learners are learning without putting pressure on the learners. Okay, number 38. Okay, when one wants children to develop a positive attitude toward life and life problems, which approach in curriculum planning is most appropriate? A, problem-centered approach. B, humanistic approach. C, systems approach. D, child-centered approach. Okay, what's your take on this?
Positive attitude.
Okay. Okay, I get an answer, letter A. Okay, so yes, correct. That's problem-centered, no? So as I've explained kanina, so problem-centered approach is towards life and life problems. Okay. Number 39. I taught a lesson on the advantages of using organic fertilizers on plants. When I gave the test, the items asked were all about inorganic fertilizers. Which concept of curriculum, instruction, and assessment was misunderstood? Okay, A, validity. B, continuity. C, learnability. D, significance. Okay, so what's your answer? Okay, so number 39, it's validity. Huh? Okay, so when we say validity, no, we say that the subject matter should be checked, no, should be checked or verified at a regular times. When we say continuity, continuity is when we say continuity, it means that there is a smooth transition from the lower level to the higher level. And when we say learnability, makaya ba nga makatuon sa mga bata ang kini nga competency? Is it not congested for them or is it okay for them for their maturity, no? Taking into consideration kung makaya ba nilang mag-perform sa task, no? So that's learnability. And the significance is how are they able or how will the learners be able to use, no, that learning towards their life, no? How can they apply it? So that's the significant concept in curriculum. All right. So 39 is about validity. Kaya ang iyahang lesson man kay about organic fertilizer. So dapat ang test niya about organic fertilizer sad. Okay? So number 39 is letter A. All right, number 40. So at the end of the year, an achievement test was given. It covered all the knowledge, content, and skills and in the list of competencies for the particular grade level. Which concept of curriculum, instruction, and assessment was applied in the situation? A. Validity. B. Continuity. C. Learnability. D. Significance. Okay. Okay, I see an answer. Letter B. Okay, so the answer sa uban. Two, no, for that particular grade level. So that's where learnability comes in, no? Okay, number 41. Okay, Mr. Bernardo, a curriculum consultant on economics, insists that in selecting the curriculum content, it is better that throughout the high school years, economic geography concepts be used to recur and be repeated with depth for effective learning. What criterion in content selection is shown here? A. Validity. B. Continuity. C. Learnability. D. Significance. Okay, what's your answer? Okay. Okay. All right, so I see. Okay, letter D, answers, no? So the answer to this is letter B, no? Continuity. No? Because again, it's recurring, no? Repeating, no? So it means that there is a continuation of the concepts, no, to be learned from the lower level to the higher level. Okay, so number 42. So teacher Dominguito believes that a new respect for the child is fundamental in curriculum. Thus, all activities in the classroom are geared towards the development of the child, the center of the educative process. To which approach in curriculum does teacher Dominguito adhere? A. Learner-centered. B. Subject-centered. C. Problem-centered. D. Pragmatic. Okay. Okay, correct. So number 42, it's learner-centered. Okay. So again, you have your clue, no? All activities in the classroom are geared toward the development of the child. Okay, subject-centered, content ng subject, problem-centered, okay, life design or common life problems. Okay, correct. All right, so it's time check, no? It's 7:50 and we were not able to talk about the second topic, which is about the teacher and the community, no? And school culture and organizational leadership. Okay, so I will just leave it here for the teacher and the school curriculum. And we will proceed to the next topic, okay? Would it be okay for you, mga teachers? Okay, okay ra? Okay, stop share sanin ako ha. Okay. Okay, so welcome to the second topic, which is the teacher and the community, school culture and organizational leadership. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Now, which of the following is the fundamental moral principle? Okay, is it A, health is wealth? B, stealing is wrong? C, cheating is immoral? D, do good and avoid evil? Okay, what's your answer? Yes, correct. It's letter D, do good and avoid evil. Okay, correct. All right, so let's have number 2. The barangay officials in your school has chosen you to chair the fiesta's cultural activity. So you know for a fact that this is a tremendous extra work for you as a school principal. What would be the best action for you to do? A, accept the recommendation because this is to serve the community. B, accept the recommendation for popularity in the community. C, reject the invitation for reason that you have so much work in school. D, reject the invitation because it is not a school affair anyway. Right, so what's your take on this?
A.
B.
Yes, so that's letter A, no? Okay, that's letter A. Accept the recommendation because that is to serve the community. Okay, but sometimes it's not what's happening in the real field because the real field is not to there is a letter C because you have so much work to do. But if you have free time, you can accept the recommendation, no? Because that's a way of serving the community. Okay, number 3. So the school as a social institution for the preservation of culture and national heritage is tasked to do the following except one. Okay, so which is the exception? A, foster love of country. B, inculcate globalization. C, promote respect for human rights. D, teach the rights of the citizenship. Okay, what's your answer on this?
A.
Okay, so what's your answer? The answer A, there is inculcate globalization, no? Ano man? Okay. Because the others were talking about national the love for the country, no? Or nationalism, no? Okay, so citizenship is all about nationalism, human rights, nationalism also, and love of country. So the answer there is letter B, inculcate globalization. Okay, number 4. The role of the teacher in the educative process cannot be underestimated. The teacher has a primary task to blank. A, teach what he or she knows. B, stimulate and guide student. C, promote conformity. D, create cliques. Okay, what's your answer to this? Okay, I see answers. Okay, so letter B, it's to stimulate and guide the student. Okay, correct. Okay, so number 5. Which of the following is most likely to be characteristic of the ineffective teacher? A, emphasize standard. B, emphasize on outcomes. C, emphasize on control. D, emphasize on learners. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, number 5 is, the answer is letter C. So emphasize on control. So if you are very much well concerned on control, so would there be room for the learners to explore? No? So wala na. So that, okay, so the answer there is letter C, democratic leadership. Okay, why? What's your keyword there, no? To develop, no? Develop self-discipline and share in the decision making. So it's also the same in a democratic country, no? Like the Philippines, you're allowed to vote. So that's why that learner is also involved in decision making. So, one siya ang keyword, democratic leadership. All right, so number 7. One reminder in the use of technology is the saying, hear and forget, see and remember, do and understand. As a teacher, what best technology should you apply? Is it A, independent learning, B, group learning, C, audio visuals, D, experiential learning? Okay, what's your answer? Okay, number 7 is letter D, experiential learning. Okay? Kay mo man ni siya ay see, Rawal. Hear and I forget, no? So, see and remember, do and understand. It means that true learning is only evident when there is something created, no? From what you've learned. So that's why that's letter D, experiential learning. You are required to experience, no, that kind of learning activity in order for you to apply your skills. Okay. Number 8, the use of technologies to introduce, reinforce, supplement, or extend skills is sometimes violated or misused in teaching practices. Which practice misuse technology? A, the use of a globe to represent the earth. B, the use of TV to replace the teacher. C, the use of riddle cards to master multiplication. D, the use of chalkboards to outline lectures. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, yes, correct. So that's letter B, the use of TV, no, to replace the teacher. Okay, if TVs can replace the teacher, how will we teach na? So wala na tayo trabaho, no? So that's why that's the misuse, no, of technology. Anyway, all right, let's have number 9. With the advent of information highways, ICT has overtaken today's classroom, such that alternative learning deliveries are included in the 21st century teaching skills. Which one does not belong to this delivery? Okay, so is it A, class lecture, B, modular delivery, C, computer instruction, D, flexible learning? Okay, what's your answer? Okay, number 9 is letter A, which does not belong man, no? Okay, which does not belong. So, modular delivery is being utilized in the 21st century. Katong nag-modular ta, no? Computer instruction. We also make use of the synchronous and asynchronous tools, no? For learning. And flexible learning, that means we can cater to distance learning also, no? So class lecture was not really that used, no? Face-to-face class lecture. Okay, so number 9, that's letter A, class lecture. Okay, number 10, the mode of learning outside. Kumusta naman mo din ha? Okay ra mo? Okay. Giduka na mo? Oh, sima-sima sag kuan. Mani. Oh, nay mani.
Naglag
Nay
lang.
chocolate. Maglag. Okay, so number mahina o galit. Okay, so we really have to deal with this, no? Because it's the product of using technology. Okay, so that's why we have to be patient, more patience. Okay, so thank you for the feedback. Now let's move on. No? So number 10, the mode of learning.
Daan naman ka na.
Yes. Yes, Teacher Jessica.
Sorry, ma'am, na wala
Okay.
nag-mute, ma'am.
Okay, so number 10, no? What's your answer? The mode of learning outside the traditional classroom setting with students are given learning modules, sometimes reinforced with the use of media, refers to blank. A, distance learning. B, teleconferencing. C, e-learning. D, correspondence. Okay, so this is distance learning, no? Oh. So what happened when the pandemic began, no? We had distance learning. We have modules, no? We have the use of media, asynchronous and synchronous tools. Okay, number 11. Each student approaches the world in many ways, no? Imply that the learner has a different views of what he or she learns. So as a teacher, how would you address this statement? A, review the contents of the lesson. B, master one strategy in teaching. C, make one standard lesson plan. D, provide various activities of learning or for learning. Okay, what's your take on this, number 11?
D.
Okay, number 11 is letter D. No? So you provide various activities for learning, no? Because each learner has different views of what the the learning is all about. No? So that's why if she or he has different views, you also provide various activities of learning.
Gaya kakuha.
Okay, number 12. So when all of a sudden your learners become mischievous, explosive, rebellious, or apathetic, non-responsive, or off-task most of the time, you should first look into your classroom management practices. What would be the first step that you should do? A, review the contents of the lesson. B, master one strategy in teaching. C, make one standard lesson plan. D, provide various activities for learning. Okay, what's your answer? Hala. Okay, so all right. So the stem is not fit to the question. All right. So the answer to this is you check on the appropriateness of the task. Okay. So how is the task appropriated or suited to the maturity level of the learners, to their attention span, no? So you first check into the appropriateness of the task. So wala diri ang answer. No? I'll just type, no? Or that, that's number 12. Okay. Dara di ay. Dara di ay, no? So letter B, no? Check on the appropriateness. Okay, number 13. So Pedro wants to finish schooling but is already working. He wants to continue through online. So is this a correct decision? A, yes, because online schooling is easy to pass. B, no, because online is expensive. C, yes, because online gives more opportunity for the learner. D, no, because it is available anywhere. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, so I see answers letter C. Okay, correct. So that's letter C because online gives more opportunity for the learner because like you, like me, okay, we can multitask, no? We can do the things at in our space while also we are listening or we are learning, no? Okay, so that's letter C. Okay, number 14. Skype, chat, or teleconferencing are communicative tools which enables real-time communications. These are referred to as letter A, synchronous tools, B, asynchronous tools, C, hybrid tools, D, multimedia. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, number 14. Okay. Yes, so this is letter A. Okay, letter A, synchronous, because it happens at the same time. No? I am talking and you're listening. So that's synchronous. No? So, what are asynchronous tools? So, those are pre-recorded videos. Na mag-record ko daan, niya ako i-play sa inyo or i-post ba na ako dito sa ako ang Facebook or YouTube channel, no? So, those are asynchronous tools. Dili siya live, no? And hybrid tools. Ang hybrid tools that refers to the synchronous tools and the asynchronous tools. Multimedia, mingon tag multimedia, we can also refer podcast kanang mga hardware, software, no? So those are the examples of multimedia. So the best answer here is letter A, synchronous tools. All right, so number 15. One negative effects of electronic play gadgets is that play for young children are no longer made outdoors. Thus, children have very little physical exercise and appreciation of nature. When not controlled or regulated, school children will be prone to one of the following ill effects. A. Nature deficit syndrome. B. Becoming digital natives. C. Access to cyber information. D. Coping with knowledge revolution. Okay, what's your answer? Okay. Okay, letter C, access to cyber, no? Okay, so the answer here is letter A, nature deficit syndrome. Amot pasabot man gud ani niya nga ang mga bata kung magsige sila gopot ana electronic play gadgets, dili na sila maka-play, no? Di na sila maka adto outdoors. So what do you see outdoors? So you see nature, no? So that's why you lack interaction with or appreciation of nature. That's nature deficit syndrome. Digital native, cyber information, knowledge revolution talks about the latest technology, the gadgets, no? Okay, so number 15 is letter A. All right, so number 16. So a global teacher should possess the 21st century skills, which include all except, maliban sa letter A, social business skills, B, communication skills, C, info, media, and technology skills, D, life and career skills. Okay, yes, correct. 16, letter A. Wala ta ana. Social business skills, no? Kay natoy kuan ba natoy reklamo lagi naabot kay ang mga teachers ko no during pandemic they were engaged in online selling nya naabot sa time nga mag-online selling kung bisan naa sa work no bisan kuan ka ng time sa duty, so that's an issue, no? So social business skills wala ta ana. So next, number 17. The shooting incidents in school campuses abroad have made school to rethink the curriculum, which is believed to counteract such incidents and so is being introduced in schools. 1. Inclusion of socio-emotional teaching. 2. Emphasis on the concept of competition against self and not against others. 3. Focus on academic achievement and productivity. Okay, is it A, 1 and 3, B, 2 and 3, C, 1 and 2, D, 1, 2 and 3? Okay, what's your answer?
A.
Okay, so yes, that's A. A, 1 and 3. Are you sure? Okay. Any answers pa gikan sa uban? Okay, number 17. That's letter C, 1 and 2, no? So 1 and 2 yan. Inclusion of socio-emotional teaching and emphasis on the concept of competition against self, no, not against others. Okay. When we say academic achievement, 'di ba, we are forced to compete with other students, no? When we say academic achievement, kinsa may top 1, top 2, top 3. So that's not included. So the answer there is letter C, 1 and 2. All right. Okay, so let's have number 18. So a father tells his daughter, "You are a woman. You are meant for the home. And so for you, going to school is not necessary." Is the father correct? A, it depends on the place where the daughter and the father live. B, yes, women are meant to be a mother only. C, no, today women can take on the jobs of men. No, there is gender equality in education. Letter D. Okay, what's your answer? Yes.
Letters.
So that's letter D, no?
Hmm.
Oh, correct. Correct
I
notion
did
there
it.
is gender equality in
Education.
education. Walay pili-pili. Okay, number 19. What does the acronym EFA imply for schools? A, the acceptance of exclusive schools for boys and girls. B, the stress on the superiority of formal education over that of alternative learning system. C, practice of inclusive education. D, the concentration on formal education system. All right, so what's your answer? Okay, EFA, it means education for all, no? Yes, so that's the practice of inclusive education, no? So that's the vision and holistic
Tuloy.
program of reforms, no? Wherein that aims to improve the quality and the access for basic education for everyone. So that's why there is a practice of inclusive education. Walay pili-pili, tanan paeskwelahon. Okay, that's EFA. All right, number 20. Okay, social reconstructionists like John Dewey and George Counts, they are convinced that education is blank. A, not a privilege but a right to be enjoyed by all. B, attributed to the students' unpreparedness for schooling. C, integrating sustainable development in the curriculum. D, strengthening of the teaching of English in the schools. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, so okay, the answer is letter A, no? So social reconstructionism, no? So that is a philosophy that emphasizes the addressing of social questions, no? And the quest for creating a better society. So in order for us to create that better society, it is a right, no? Education should be a right to be enjoyed by all. Okay. Number 21. For more efficient and effective management of school as agents of change, one proposal is for the DepEd to cluster remote standalone schools under one lead school head. Which factor has the strongest influence on this proposal? Okay, A, psychological, B, historical, C, geographical, D, social. Okay. What's your answer? All right. Yes, so the answer is letter C, geographical, no? Oh, 'di ba? Kabantay ta nga kani sa mga bukid-bukid na nga schools, no? For example, those really remote, the very remote schools, no? For example, here in our area. So, in a certain barangay, certain two barangays di ay usahay na ay usa ka school head. Or three barangays, no? Three barangays na ay usa ka school heads. So those are under the influence on geographical influences.
Ma'am
Kanang
G, excuse me,
masikasik.
ma'am.
Yes,
Ako to
sir.
bata 820, ma'am.
Sige, sir.
Sige ma'am. Thank you ma'am.
Okay, so we move on to the next question. Okay. 22. Which actions show that political factors affect schools as agents of change? Okay, 1. The strengthening of the teaching of English in Philippine school. 2. The introduction of mandated subjects such as Rizal in the curriculum. 3. The practice of mainstreaming. 4. The turnover of daycare centers for DSWD to DepEd for supervision. A. 1 and 3. B. 1 and 2. C. 2 and 3. D. 2 and 4.
2
Okay,
and
what's your
4.
take on this?
Letter D.
Okay. Okay, political factors. Okay, what are the answers of the others?
Letter D, ma'am.
Okay, so the answer there is letter D, 2 and 4, no? So the introduction of mandated subjects such as Rizal and the turnover of daycare centers for the SWD to DepEd. Okay, political factors man. Okay, correct. All right, let's have number 23. To earn units for promotion, a teacher pays her fee but does not attend classes at all. Does this constitute professional growth? A, not immediately, but yes, after promotion. B, it depends on the school where she is enrolled in. C, no, it is simply earning MA units for promotion. D, yes, just enrolling in an MA program is already professional growth. Okay, what's your take on this? What are your answers? Okay, so the answer is letter C, no? No, it is simply earning MA units for promotion. So he or she only uses those MA units, no? For getting a promotion. All right, so let's have number 24. Okay, so for numbers 24 and the numbers 25 and 26, so we have here a situation, no? So in a faculty meeting, the principal told his teacher, so we need to improve our school performance in the division quarterly test. What should we do? So the teacher gave varied answers as follows. Okay, the first teacher told the principal, let's give incentives and rewards to students who get a rating of 85%. The second teacher told the principal, let's teach them to accept complete responsibility for their performance. And the third teacher told the principal, let's make the school environment conducive for learning. And the fourth and the last teacher told the principal, let's make use of the experimental methods of teaching. Okay, so next, which response or responses comes from a behaviorist, no? Is it A, number 2 and number 4, B, number 1 and number 2, C, number 3 and number 4, D, number 1 and number 3? Okay, behaviorist. Asa may behaviorist, ane? Okay. Number. Oh, you type na lang the number.
Three
Okay,
and
we have
4.
here 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Okay, so behavior, diba? Behavioral man to, no? So, behaviorist. So behaviorist is concerned, a behaviorist is concerned of giving reinforcements, no, incentives and rewards, and also setting the school environment. So the correct answer there is number 1 and number 3. Okay. Yeah, so that's letter D, no? So 24, that's number 1 and 3. How about this one? Let's teach them to accept complete responsibility, no? Okay, for their performance. So what does this imply? So this is this is all about existentialist, no, view, no? It's to accept that everything happens when under your control, no? And how about let's make use of the experimental methods of teaching, no? So this is the progressive way of, or the progressivist view, no? Experimental methods.
Ma'am G,
Okay.
ato na lang
Yes.
continue next time. Next kuan ma'am, schedule
Ah.
ni mo ma'am kay kuan na 8:20 na niya na papukoy lang ako na pod atro ko sa lapas. Kuan ma'am,
Yeah.
mo schedule na niya si Ma'am
Sige,
Fatima si
sige.
mo ma'am. Next kuan ni mo ma'am, next meeting. Kay kuan pa man to, napa man to yung mga sa previous pod nga mga lecturers, napay mga wa pa sa sila mahuman. So last number ni mo is 24. Ganina ni suot ko mga 20 mo to. Nagbago na ni nga number? Numbering?
No, kanang lahi na siyang topic siguro,
Aulay na
sir.
nga topic. Pila to yung numbers na naman kanina ma'am?
Number 45, I think.
Okay. Sige ma'am. Daghan kang na-cover karon. Sige, to all the reviewees, so see you next weekend. And by the way, wala ko ma-introduce na si Ma'am Gian Renario Pitogo is also a top notcher. Unsa to ka nga year ma'am? Top notcher ma'am?
2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
2014.
Hopefully, sir, kanang ma-affiliated na ko sa CNU.
Ni-apply ka karon sa inyo?
Oh, nya. Kuan. I got a positive response, no?
Ay, congratulations ma'am. May
Thank
kuhan
you.
na tayo connection sa CNU. Kaya wa pa may kasudong CNU pod. Sige, ma'am. Good luck and congratulations in advance sa imong career. Mayon lang mo na kay ay pag-antos.
Thank you, sir.
Recorded ba yan eh?
Sige, sige na. Okay na.
Sige, sa tanang reviewees, palihog ko on sa inyong camera para sa ato ang kuan documentation na lang. Mga screenshot power. Please turn on your camera.
Saha,